morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
Pair of panties.
That's what we eat. Would you be quiet, Rosie?
Are you through, Mr. Wizard?
The juice is loose.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Yeah! Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
It is the 27th day of March, 2024. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday morning on the Power Trip Morning Show. What do we got today? Well, somebody we like to call the dude. His name is Mark Duevel. He'll be in here. He's got a podcast called What's Your Mount Rushmore? We'll talk about that momentarily. Music and much, much more at about 6:30 this morning. Mark Rosen will be in. A cast of thousands. No Paris today. We miss him. We love him. Good guys. We'll see you real soon, my friend. But let's get her started. Here's some comedy from Don McMillan. It's the Power Trip Morning Show on a Wednesday morning. You, come on in. I'm glad you're here.
And I found this chart. They took a survey. They said, what's the first thing you do when you get out of bed in the morning? And this year, and they said 34% of people read email, 23% check weather, 20% post to social media, 17% read news, 6% check markets. Life has changed so much just from 25 years ago. Let's go back to 1995. If you asked the same question, what is the first thing you do when you get out of bed in the morning? 97% of people would say, I pee. Remember the good old days when we had time to pee in the morning? Now we have all kinds of things to do. By the way, 3% of people would say, I changed the sheets because I peed in them. That was the other one. Is that progress? I don't think that's progress.
Thank you, Sue Paul.
You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride. For the warriors, never giving up the lead. To take it.
So here's how far the Power Trip's come over the last couple of decades. Do you remember back in the day when we had interns like Babyface? If the car doors froze shut, he would just call in and say, I can't make it to work. My car is frozen shut.
Yeah, can't do it.
And we'd say, what do you mean your car is frozen shut? Have you tried, I don't know, anything or everything? Try something.
Yeah.
My doors are frozen shut. I can't get into my car. Well, at least now that doesn't hold up because Zach just texted us, 20 minutes ago saying, my rear left door won't latch.
Yeah,
My rear left door
right.
won't latch. 20 years ago, that would have been, can't make it in.
Yeah,
Gonna have
correct.
to take
Going
a day
back
off.
to bed.
Don't want to risk it.
Right, but I got to at least give Zach credit. He says, ordering an Uber now, will be in as soon as I can.
Luckily, he doesn't live in Minneapolis.
True.
Yeah.
He lives in White Bear Lake, Minnesota.
Yeah, somebody pick him up.
Somebody pick him up.
Yeah.
He's out there thumbing it
Yeah. Well.
while he waits on the Uber.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. He's not hitchhiking.
No.
Oh, well, Brett made it in, though.
He did.
Your left rear door hatched?
Yeah, your back door's not frozen shut, is it?
Correct.
Hatched? Latched? No. Anyway.
Indoor parking worth every penny.
Man, I bet paparazzi's having a hell of a time out there taking pictures of Zach as he's frustrated this morning.
Correct.
Because when he gets here, you know how Zach's going to be.
Flustered.
Pissed.
Yeah. Pissed. And
Especially because paparazzi follows him everywhere.
Yeah.
Not the paparazzi, a guy that goes by Papa Razzi.
Yeah, he's an Italian dude that has a pizzeria in White Bear Lake.
Just call in and it'll be, I don't know. I just came up with it.
Yeah, that'd be
give me a
great.
minute.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Hello, this is a paparazzi.
Hi, Papa. How are you?
I'm freezing.
Oh, why?
I've been out here taking pictures of a young man fingering his ball.
Oh, my. How?
Hello?
Hey, Paparazzi, can I ask you one quick question?
Oh, please. Go ahead.
Have you ever changed your name legally?
Why? Who do I sound like?
You sound a lot like another Italian man I once knew on the show named the Italian French Fry.
That was a no man. That was
Oh.
a French fry. He's my cousin.
Do you know Ricky Rubio, sir?
Dude, you got me laughing yesterday, dude. Martin Moistu, the first 45 seconds, you were like 6 octaves higher than you normally are, and then you had to like reel in the character and get back to his normal voice. That's why I was like, man, you sound different. You're like, why do I sound different?
I know.
You forgot the voice.
I know.
Man.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I've been watching too much of that damn Vanderpump Rules. I sound like Jax's wife at the very beginning.
You're hooked on Vanderpump?
Yeah, I'm hooked, man.
Oh, no.
I know all about it now. Actually, I've seen just a few episodes, but I know all about it now. That's right.
You and I are time traveling because I'm binging a season of Survivor with the kiddo because the kiddo's hooked on it now.
Oh, man. So first season's the best season.
We started with season 33 or whatever. It's whatever the one is that's on Netflix. You know, Netflix doesn't have the entire series. Right? It just has a season or two. So we just started with 33 and she freaking loves it. So you time traveled back. You're apparently binging Vanderpump from the beginning.
Yeah, they started a new show like where like they're all old now. Because I tried to watch, because I don't get it, you know, like I don't know why people care. So I started at the very first season of Vanderpump. Because they're short episodes, right? So you can throw it on and you can be doing things like coming up with terrible names for football players as you're watching it, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm watching it. And then I saw that there was a new season of a new show called The Valley. That's the same characters, only now.
Yeah.
And the first episode was the other day. So I'm like, okay, cool. Wonder what these people look like now. Like 15 years later. Guess what? Not good.
Yeah.
Because they can all afford plastic surgery.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And it took me, like one of the characters, Corey, I didn't know was her until halfway through the episode. That's how much plastic surgery she's had over the 15 years.
That sucks.
Her name is like Shanista or something like that. Or
It's Shasta.
Yeah.
She's from the soda company.
I don't think that's right. Anyway.
Remember Shasta?
Oh, yeah.
Man, those people are rich just for being famous. And they're famous just for being famous.
Yeah. Pretty
and
cool.
I know I'm not breaking any news here.
America.
Yeah, but it's just really weird because none of them are talented at anything.
No, think of the percentage of people that are on social media that would fit as well. There's a handful of people that are super good at what they do on social media. Then there's a whole bunch of people that are just famous for being famous.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Whatever.
My wife
Loves. Go on, Borat.
Loves any show on Bravo, right? She just loves it, right?
Oh,
That's her thing,
Bravo.
right? Mm-hmm. She turned The Valley off last night. That's how
why?
bad.
I got to talk to her about it.
It's bad.
I need some
Vanderpump
girls
sucks.
to talk to about
The
this.
Valley sucks.
But what do you like?
MLB The Show.
No, me too. But but what show do you like? Am I watching the wrong show? I thought you liked Vanderpump.
No, I like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Ah, son of a bitch!
Yeah, Vanderpump's terrible.
I wanted to have conversations with you and the girls.
Yeah, well, watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You'll like it. A lot of large boobs.
Well, there's a lot of those in this
sassy
one
rich
too.
women. You like sassy women.
I'll tell you what, though, man. I couldn't. I mean, I'm 53, so it makes sense that I don't understand these sons of bitches, right? But those guys are all the heaviest flow douchebags.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially Jax. Jax
that guy's
sucks.
a douche.
He sucks.
It's what I talked about when I was in my 20s. When I would go to bars and see guys like that and they would be doing really well with women, I'd be like, I don't relate to this guy at all. I can't be like that guy. So I just wasn't, and then I was single for almost a decade. If that's the kind of dude that gets some success, then I guess I just am going to die alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I hate those kind of guys.
Yeah, why are you wearing a suit at 11 o'clock at night?
I don't know.
Right.
In the very
Good
first
luck to him. I hope they're
season,
having fun.
Back in the old days, he wore a heavy sweater every day because I don't think he knew it was hot outside.
Yeah.
That's how silly he is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
They
all the
all
ladies
suck.
have had boob jobs, so there's a plus there.
Yeah. It's I came into the bedroom last night when my wife was watching like the last 15 minutes of Vanderpump. Oh. Christmas Story is better than Vanderpump.
Oh, now why do you like that? Hurts me. Like,
you got to watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
okay,
You'll
that's
like
cool,
that.
but I will watch it if you promise me you'll stop saying terrible things about my favorite movie of Christmas time.
Deal.
Because you can not like it, but you don't have to say things like you can think my baby isn't pretty, but don't walk up and tell me how ugly it is.
Okay. I won't.
Okay.
Yeah, just say it's breathtaking.
Yeah,
it's breathtaking.
Yeah, lie.
Oh, there's Zach.
Hey, it's Zach. How's your back door?
Is your door latched?
It is latched.
Oh, did you get her? So did you drive in?
Shortly after that text, as I was waiting for, because there's not apparently a lot of people looking to drive from White Bear Lake to St. Louis Park for, I don't know how much that would be for them because it was going to be $30, but I was able to cancel it before because enough jiggling with the
keep jiggling.
the lock latch, and then just
shake it a little bit.
Just sitting there outside in the cold for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Just fun start to the day.
I don't think that'll throw you off the rest of the day. I think you're going to be fine now.
No, everything's great, especially the whole everybody driving about average of 40 miles an hour on the freeway today
it's
too.
Slickery out there, brother.
Yeah. I guess I don't know. Maybe it is.
Oh, yes.
I didn't feel it, but
that's not
I
your
guess
problem.
I've got some really good tires or something, even though I'm recall buying the cheapest ones that I could find, but whatever. Maybe I guess I'm just an amazing driver. But
you know what, Zach? If you don't straighten up, you're never going to be on Vanderpump.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you want to go the other way to get on Vanderpump.
Oh, is that right?
I don't think you want to straighten up to get on that show.
Maybe you're right.
From what
Is
I've
that
heard.
true?
Because all the straight ones on there are kind of terrible.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's right. He's got a good point.
What I've heard.
Awful.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Old
I don't
Sandy
know if
or
I like
something.
that attitude, though. All the straight ones.
Yes.
I'm
I
What
love
a
them all.
blanket statement that was.
Yeah, there's one guy who's on the Valley who is a gay gentleman who gets physically angry when people talk about straight sex, and it makes me laugh. He doesn't like it.
Doesn't like hearing about it.
Yeah, he don't want to hear about it. Don't want to hear about us being gross. And he's right. When I do it, it's gross.
Well, I guess that's fair, because if you were to hear about gay sex, I guess you would probably
Take notes?
Turn it up.
I mean, be grossed out? Yeah. That's what I meant to say. What did I say?
Interesting.
If you had Vanderpump Rules talk on the Power Trip Morning Show's first segment today, you win bingo. Somebody won the Powerball.
They sure did. Somebody from New Jersey. So somebody probably from the Jersey Shore. Another set of people that are really people to look up to, right? Be like them. $1.13 billion.
Yeah.
New Jersey, the winner of that was the Mega Millions, right?
That was the mega.
Powerball tonight, I think.
Yeah, the fifth largest jackpot in Powerball history is up for grabs tonight at 865 tonight. 865. I already got my tickets for it. I'm ready for that one. I was a little disappointed when I woke up this morning and was not a billionaire.
That's all right.
But then I moved on, I figured, you know what? I just do weird things to my face, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'd get bored having all that money, and I would buy myself an enormous set of jugs.
Yeah, you would.
And I would put them on my chest.
Why wouldn't you just get a gal and just pay for hers?
You know what comes along with that.
Jesus.
Yeah, there goes all your money.
No, it's not. No, you can have that.
The numbers were 7, 11, 22, 29, 38, and the Mega Ball was 4.
You know what pisses me off? I was one off on each of those.
Yeah. That's sad, Hawk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you missed
I was
out on that.
real close.
Real close.
Yeah, I'm sorry you missed out on that.
That's all right. We've always got Vanderpump.
No.
Yeah, that was 30 straight drawings without a winner in the Mega Millions. That was the 8th largest in U.S. lottery history, $1.13 billion.
Is that right?
That is right.
Is that right?
So cash payout right around $537.5 million. A little over $500 million.
Can I ask you a question, Cor?
Go on.
You guys are all younger than me. I'm going to ask you one more question about Vanderpump. I swear to God, I'll move on. Because here's something that confused me. And Zach, I'm going to ask you too. And even you, Brett, I'm bringing you into this picture, okay?
Okay.
Why do the ladies of that generation cry all the time? And is that not realistic to reality? Like, for instance, does Angie cry every time the door opens at your home? Because
Yeah, but that's a really bad example. Because I'm the one that's walking through the door.
Oh, that's a
you know
good
what I mean?
point. Yeah, and that does make her cry.
So I wouldn't let her.
Tonight.
No, I don't want to speak for an entire generation of women, but my guess is it's just those women.
Okay.
The California kind of women. I don't think that's the same case as that generation here in Minneapolis. I would hope not. I think that's a West Coast thing.
No. Yeah.
Am I guessing correctly or not?
I think you are.
Feels like a
show
West
is
Coast thing.
Fully staged.
How dare you?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is those women are fantastic actors.
There's something.
Wow. Okay. Boy, you got a lot of hatred for things I like.
Not everything. I like gambling.
And you like that baby making thing.
Crackhead Bob has made so many appearances on this show in the last couple of weeks.
Baby making thing. Wait, who erased that he was Employee of the Year?
Remember that?
Yeah, who erased that?
Remember he was in the iHeart newsletter?
Yeah. He was invited to the digital summit.
He crushed it.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he booked so many accounts.
Yeah, he didn't hide in the. Yeah, he didn't hide in the office.
Oh God! All right. When's the dude getting here?
He gets here about 6:15.
Man, I haven't seen that guy in forever.
He's the best. So okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a list of things. Because his podcast is called "What's on Your Mount Rushmore." The episode with me on to talk about concerts. It drops today. It's he and John Hanson. It's great. It's real fun. And but they've
I haven't
done a
seen
bunch.
John Hanson in forever.
I
either.
know. Well, he lives in Arizona, so you won't see him today.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah, so I'm going to give you a list of things they've already done their Mount Rushmore for. You don't have to give me 4, but some of them are like your Mount Rushmore of fast food joints. Like if you only got 4, what 4 would you choose? It's easy to get 1, 2, and 3, but that 4th one's a bitch.
So quick, and we can do this again when he gets here in like 30 minutes. But so the dude used to work here.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And the dude, I don't know if he wants us to tell all the stories we used to tell about him.
Well,
I guess he probably wants us to forget a couple of them. But he has a couple of iconic power trip stories.
Is he this?
He's the Alcatraz guy.
Yeah. And let me say, we tell one of the iconic stories at the end of the podcast. And that would be the one that took place while I was singing a song at Diamonds.
Which I also remember that story as well.
He's one of the best real estate agents in the Twin Cities.
He's just a disaster.
But he used to be a disaster.
At least used to be. And Zach, you've never met him, right?
No.
The craziest.
I haven't either.
Wait, you've never met the dude?
No.
What?
Was he gone before you got here?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Man, that seems weird. That's a whole
Is
different
the arm
generation.
thing still true? Does that hold up?
Is the what?
The arm thing.
Oh, yes.
So he was a pitcher.
I haven't seen
a baseball pitcher in high school or college, maybe even, right?
High school.
And I don't know if I had ever seen 2 forearms different sizes as much as this guy. It looked like Popeye on one arm and, olive oil on the other. It was crazy.
Yeah, so he was literally on pace to be a big league pitcher. I mean, he was great. And then he just destroyed himself throwing high school baseballs.
Yeah, if you've been listening to the Power Trip Morning Show since day one, I think a lot of you will remember the Alcatraz story. So that guy will be here.
Yeah.
And he probably doesn't want us to tell that story again.
I think he doesn't mind. I really don't think he minds.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
The Power Hour begins at 8 a.m. You can watch it at KFAN.com/watch, and it's powered by Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Hey, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow night, we're at Treasure Island Resort and Casino.
Yeah. Big day tomorrow.
7 to 9 p.m. Got a bunch of games lined up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Initials at about 8:30 tomorrow night on stage at Treasure Island. One of you is going to win a trip for 2 to Las Vegas because 5 of you get to play. And the winner gets a trip for 2 to Las Vegas with the Power Trip. And we leave in, 3 weeks from today?
Holy balls.
2 weeks from today or 3 weeks? 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today, man.
2 weeks from today.
What's going on? Holy moly.
Is that real? Oh,
is this real life?
Yeah. Hell yeah. That'll be great.
2 weeks from today.
Yeah, man.
And I don't believe anybody has scheduled who's going to fill in for us that day.
No, I remember we talked to Abbott a little bit about it.
He put a note on his desk.
I assume it's going to be almost everybody that's not coming with us that wants to do that Wednesday show, whether
it
it's
could be everybody.
Lieber, Marnie.
Rosie's not leaving till the afternoon. He could.
So Rosie could do it. Maybe Creasel. There's a lot of people that could do it.
He ain't going to do that.
No, he's got a pack.
Probably not. Maybe Parrish.
Oh, yeah, Perry's not going.
I know. It's crazy, man. Time's flying.
Well, Dob will be there.
Oh, God.
That's good. That's good. I am. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No Tommy.
Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy. What's that from?
Crackhead Bob.
No, what is it from?
I
don't know. I guess I don't either. Yeah, and I'll be down with the Wild before the.
Oh, yeah.
before the big tilt at Treasure Island.
They're in big trouble now, Zacho. They're 9 points back now, right? Yep. Nashville beat the Vegas.
Yeah,
Knights
but of
in
course
OT.
they had to not complete the comeback till overtime. So another free point there for Vegas, and yeah, it's starting to.
It's a
S of a B.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Let me mention this real quick. Third annual Hockey Talks program presented by Securian this Thursday, tomorrow, before the Wild Sharks game. A pregame program with John Kriesel and myself at River Center from 5:30 to 6:30, talking about mental health. So you can get tickets for that. Go to, what is it? Wild.com? Is that what?
Yes.
Yeah, wild.com. You can get tickets for that and come out. And I'll talk for a little bit, but, I'm not going to get up and go, here's why I have mental health. Now, here's the guy with no legs.
Right.
Here's why my life has been tough. Now, here's John Kriesel.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, everybody's fighting their own battle. Tomorrow night, come on down. And then we'll watch the Wild turn it around one time at a time. That doesn't make any sense.
One time at a time, man.
Yeah, you heard what I said.
Yeah, you're right, though.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
In the past, I've had a couple of people go, how come you don't do public speaking events like John does? And I go, well, I have both of my legs. I don't have a compelling story.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? What is it? What is the Carlin joke? Banana Republics run out of khakis?
Yeah. What's the other bit he does? The espresso machine is jammed.
Right. Are those my problems?
Yeah.
I mean, what am I going to complain about?
Right. Hootie and the Blowfish is breaking up. God, it's such a great bit. White people are the reason people have the blues.
So anyway,
so that's happening tomorrow night. So big day, and you guys have things planned for outside of the initials.
Well, we were just talking. Stas and I were just talking about that off the air. I have a couple of things planned, but we can get a couple of other things locked up before tomorrow night.
Okay, good. Because in case I die in a car crash on the road or something
right.
like that, Or
I think the schedule would probably slightly change if we found that out.
in case my car just accidentally drives into a bridge.
I'd be devastated. And who would watch The Valley?
It doesn't give us a lot of time to replace him on the major on Friday.
That's true.
I wouldn't love that if that happened.
Oh, thanks, man.
Well, Tim Nelson will be there.
Oh, that made my heart warm.
All right, I guess Nelly could fill in. That's fine. All right.
Nelly's coming?
Yeah. Yep.
The tributes and stuff.
This is just.
Oh, dude, you're gonna have to do a lot of editing.
Yeah. Well, you know
Abbott's gonna make you do that.
We could just play
some stupid
Martin
montage
from yesterday.
Would you put together a montage of me saying things about jugs?
Yeah, of course, but it'd have to be with right music. You couldn't.
Yeah, well, you can't play music.
No.
No.
Are you giving us
clips.
permission to have Rocket Club though and Chris Hockey songs underneath it, because that would help?
No, that doesn't work.
Why?
I'm going up north. They don't fit. They don't. Yeah.
Indeed, my
and I
friend.
might not be going up north.
Somebody in the background's going to go, I doubt it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Louis North.
Yeah.
Like, what, Lord?
Yeah, Lord. Wow.
Do you have a cold?
And my dad will be devastated.
Well, he'll be in the back seat. So.
Wow. Why is he in the back?
Because he deserves to be. He won't listen.
Chris dresses him up like Jessica Tandy and does driving Miss Daisy. Paul, your hands up.
Jessica Tandy, when she was alive, Woodhawk.
Thanks for throwing that last part in.
Because I would guess she's dead.
Yeah, but
she was like 96 years old 30 years ago. I bet she died in the 90s.
Yeah, is she looking for D?
Died in 94.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, 94.
So, 1991, Jessica Tandy, would you?
She looking for D?
How old was she in Driving Miss Daisy?
32.
By the way, how often do we reference that movie? And Zach and Brad probably have no idea what we're talking about.
They get the reference, I bet.
She was 89.
She was 89 in that movie?
Wow, she was hot.
Wait, no, hold on. Start over.
She was
Rewind.
warm. Warm back there. Turn the heat down a little bit.
Hang on here.
Oh, my God. Are you doing math?
She died at 85, so she was 81. No,
what?
79.
Dear God. What? You know what? Forget it. She was old.
I didn't know who we're talking about anymore. I forgot.
Hey, Hawk.
Yes, sir.
Eleanor Roosevelt, when she was alive, would you?
Thanks for throwing that last part in.
Yeah, of course he would.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Right now? Or when she was alive?
This is a tricky one. Ow. Careful.
I don't know, man. I like Joan of Arc. She built that boat.
Ow! I just took my toenail off.
Oh, never mind. She died at 19. You're okay. I just looked it up.
I didn't think about
We're
that.
good. That's why I was like, be careful.
That's a real small window, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she did die. She was 19 years old when she died.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's pretty young to be a complete badass. But I guess, in the 1400s,
Yeah.
life expectancy was what? Maybe you lived to be
12.
I wonder what was the average life expectancy in the 1400s? Maybe in the mid to high 30s, maybe.
Probably 40s.
Maybe 40s at the most. But so she was 19 and kicking some ass.
And in what year?
Let's see, 14. She was born in 1412.
1420 then.
It was 400 years before the War of 1812.
Way better math.
Yeah, well, let's see. With modern hunter-gatherer population estimated an average life at birth of 33 years, 60% reached an age between. Okay, here you go. 39.
39?
39, yeah.
All right.
There you go.
So while she was kicking some ass, she was probably having a midlife crisis.
Yeah, probably so.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
and probably, I don't know things about stuff, probably going through menopause.
The math
Hot
checks
flashes?
out. Yeah. The
Hot
timeline
flashes
works.
when you're fighting, the barbarians, and you're fighting Conan
And Richter.
yeah.
and Max.
Ooh, speaking of that. Oh, Max is there?
Yes.
Unless he's on tour.
Him and the other 6.
I watched that movie yesterday, Late Night with the Devil.
Oh, yeah?
I did, yeah. I'll tell you about
All
it
right,
later if you'd like.
review when we get back, and then tons of sports news. Legitimately, there's a billion things to talk about after this. Power Trip Morning Show fan.
The Fan.
Don't miss out when Breaking Benjamin and Daughtry rock the Mayo Clinic Health System Events Center in Mankato on April 9th. Head over to KFAN.com, make the keyword calendar to get your tickets today. But caller 11 right now will win your way in with a pair of tickets. That's 1-800-320-5326. Good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, Corey. Thank you.
Hey, what's your
welcome.
name? Sausage?
Yeah.
What actual date was your wedding?
It was March 24th.
24th. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I have this in now, so it makes sense because I loaded this in 1 year ago today. But I'm sure I recorded it the night of your wedding in Vegas.
Oh, no.
Do you remember this?
No.
Hockey, get out here, you slut! Your lover's here. You slut!
That was my dad.
That was your dad.
Yeah, because I went into Bally's. I did
yeah.
what they call in the business pulling a hockey.
Yeah. Yeah.
And went into Harrah's, I should say, and did some gambling while you guys were out dancing and partying at the Harrah's Outdoor Bar, which is the best bar in Vegas.
Wales.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a very drunk afternoon.
Oh my.
I fell shoulder first into a slot machine.
Yeah, it was a 4.9 on the Richter scale.
Oh, God. I woke up the next day. I'm like, I think I broke my shoulder blade. John and I were playing slots, and I tripped over, I don't know what it was, and I just basically...
Giant penis?
Yeah, form tackled the slot machine. And Scene Bear at one point said, that's the best football play you've ever made.
The juice is loose.
I remember a Jägermeister bottle being poured into these gigantic shots glasses
at Harris.
And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And it took me, I mean,
you know who bought all that?
Yeah.
I think Tommy did one.
I bought a bunch of Jägermeister, and I drank a bunch of Jägermeister.
Scene Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Well, 2 weeks from today, we'll be there.
You should have been there.
Hey, where'd you go?
Pulled a hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
My dad.
Oh.
Dwight was staying at Excalibur.
That's wildly inappropriate.
But I know that's a lie because you wouldn't step foot in Excalibur.
Oh, I didn't go there. He met me.
Officer Johnson is a whore.
Is that Reno?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Yeah, it's the best.
Just the dryness of that show.
Oh, it's so good.
Anyway, there you go. Yeah, slut.
Have you seen the episode? I think it's a newer episode where who's the lady cop? Is it Trudy
Weigel.
No,
Yeah, Trudy Weigel.
Yeah, where she walks in and just starts MFing all of them because she won the lottery.
Yep.
And then who's the guy that wears the short shorts?
That would be Dangle.
Dangle holds up the local paper and it just says lottery makes massive mistake. No one won as she's just MFing everybody. Yeah.
Well, the great thing is she goes, my big, and then what's his name from Mound?
Oh, yeah.
The African-American officer comes in, says the same thing, and then Jim goes, for the record, you weren't the first person.
It's so good. Dude, that show's brilliant.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah. All right, should we do sports? I know you want to get to a movie review.
Yeah, I'll
we
do
got
it.
a million sports to get to.
Time
as well.
now for Front Page Sports.
Front Page Sports.
Presented by Holiday Station
Thank you,
Store.
Holiday
Holiday.
Station Stores, wake up at Holiday. You can get Red Bull. Buy 2, get 1 free at Red Bull. 8.4-ounce Red Bull cans.
Hell
Just
yeah,
say,
dude.
Just walk in there and go, I want that one, and I'll pay for those 2, and then I'm going to take this one for free. And I'll go, that's fine, that's the deal. Buy 2, get 1 free. Red Bull at Holiday, all Holiday Station Stores. Pretty sweet.
That's pretty cool.
All right, let's talk about some Vikings that are on the move. Remember kicker Greg Joseph? He's on the move. Signing with the Green Bay Packers.
No kidding.
Yeah, which is a little bit strange, right? What if this is a reverse Daniel Carlson? Because the Packers have Anders Carlson.
Yep.
But they're signing Greg Joseph. Now, maybe it's just going to be a kicking competition, but what if Joseph wins and we take Carlson and then we turn Anders Carlson into Daniel Carlson,
That'd
his
be
brother?
sweet.
We
Brett,
have John Parker Romo,
What is
the
this, the Carlson
XFLer.
Parkway?
Brett, didn't you say yesterday that your Packers have 3 kickers?
He left.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Greg
that was his
Joseph.
time to shine.
Greg Joseph had a franchise record, 61-yarder with the Vikes, longest in franchise history. And if you remember, the London game from 2 years ago,
Yeah.
he went 5 for 5, including the game winner. Did miss an extra point that made it interesting, but went 5 for 5, had the double doink that Bursic lost his mind over, which was awesome. So he had a couple big moments with the Minnesota Vikings, but it's over for Greg Joseph.
Oh. So who's our kicker now?
John Parker Romo. He's 26 years old from the XFL.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know who that is, Hawk.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry. It's JPR.
Yeah. You love the XFL.
I do.
Isn't he the Napster guy?
Absolutely.
No more questions.
So in London, Greg Joseph bombed 5 field goals.
Yep.
And Louis Sean's leg fell apart and Rosie gut laughed for 20 straight minutes.
Yeah,
That's the tight rim situation.
Oh, okay.
Also former Vikings on the move. Remember Cordero Patterson? Well, he's now a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Whoa.
2 years, $6 million. NFL's all-time leader with 9 kick return touchdowns. And now that they have those new kickoff rules, maybe he's back in play. Because how about this? Do you know how many kick returns he had last season? With Atlanta, right? Was it Atlanta last year?
If memory serves, he was given the green light, wasn't he? Like, go if you want to go.
Probably more than most people, yeah. 7.
Wow.
That's all.
And I think that's why they're changing the
for
rules.
sure.
Is you have
That's why he
somebody,
now was a
you
job
get
again.
somebody that's dynamic like Cordero, and you give him 7 chances a year to return a kick. That's dumb. Let him go.
Congratulations.
Well, they're doing some interesting things in Pittsburgh, aren't they? They got 19 quarterbacks.
They're lifting weights with sunglasses on.
Well, you have to.
Have to.
Yeah.
There's the dude, by the way.
There's the dude.
The dude's here.
Look at him.
Look at the dude. It's been a while. It's
Zach,
been a
let him know we're on the
moment.
radio. Tell him so he doesn't start throwing
We're on
F-bombs.
the radio.
So he doesn't swear?
So he doesn't call
The dude
sauce
gets it.
a
He
C
saw the
word.
light outside. He knows radio.
It's been a while.
I don't think he's going to swear.
See if he remembers how to turn up his headphones.
He probably will figure it out. Hi, Mark. How are you?
What's up, buddy? How are you, man?
It's been a
There you
minute.
are, man.
It has been a minute, dude.
I didn't know you and Sauce never crossed paths. I didn't know it had been that long since you worked here.
Well, dude, it's coming up on 20 years.
That seems impossible.
I thought you were I thought you were here
Me
longer
too.
than that, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, I was in radio total a decade, but only 2 years here at the Fan, and it was my last 2 years, and it's what
Felt like longer.
Wow. When did we go to Alcatraz then?
One of those first two. Well, again, remember, I was still an intern because I
Yeah.
didn't go with. It was just you and Star, and you took
that's
the dude.
right. You weren't there.
I wasn't there.
I bet it was like 2004.
Holy
is the
balls.
infamous Alcatraz trip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I heard you guys teasing that when I was driving in, and a couple things I do have to correct. One, I was not on my way to becoming a major league pitcher. I gotta be. Was I a good pitcher when I was young? Yes. And I'm one of those cautionary tales that for kids who do play baseball now, I'm one of those stories that why there's like pitch counts for kids so they don't trash their arm the way I did. But yeah, I do still have a giant one forearm.
Prove it.
Well, I already did this morning in the shower.
Okay.
That's the dude we love right there.
It doesn't feel like it's been 20 years.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with baseball anymore.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
But no, so when I heard you guys talking about Alcatraz and Chris says, I think he'll be okay talking about that story. I'm okay talking about it, but it is weird now. I mean, I got a 13-year-old son.
Right.
I actually do sell real estate, so I'm trying to be 20 years into my game here, and I'm trying to be respectable, but damn it, that is a good story. I'm actually sadly still proud of it.
Yeah, I would be too.
How can you not
I would
right?
be. Yeah, hell yeah.
I seized the moment.
Yeah, there can't be a lot of you that did that.
You seized something.
I've always took pride in, like, I have to be possibly the only person on planet Earth who pulled off that Alcatraz stunt.
Yeah.
Because there's only like prison guards who would have had access to the roof.
But you got to think one of them did it,
Probably
right? I mean, come on.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was not thinking about them when it was going down, though, so I can promise you that.
Tie down.
Well, that is Mark Duevel, the dude, and he is here to talk about his Rushmore and his podcast and much, much more. But we're right in the middle of sports, so you just make yourself comfortable there, dude.
Oh, sorry, man. I didn't barge in. I was escorted.
No, you're good.
Dude,
Okay.
no, that's how we do it. I wanted you to come in here so you weren't nervous. Just come in, sit down, start talking.
I don't know if I've been nervous ever, really, so I'm okay.
Fair. The NFL is going to play 2 games on Christmas Day in 2024. It's a Wednesday this year. Now, they have played 30 games on Christmas Day since 1971. So, like, the concept of Christmas Day football, not new. But now they're at the point where even if it's a Wednesday, they're going to do it. So there were 3 games last year. There's going to be 2 this year. And those teams have not been announced yet, but they will be teams that will have played the previous Saturday. So it's the equivalent of going Sunday to Thursday, right? Now it's Saturday into Wednesday.
You hope it's a home game, right, Hawk?
Yeah, you hope it's a home game. I mean, I would not be shocked if we get one of those games.
Well, a couple people suggested that would be the perfect time to have the Vikings and Packers play their last game of the season.
Yeah, at Lambeau.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to sell the Christmas angle.
Dude.
Yuck.
My birthday in Lambeau.
Yeah.
And you know the worst part, honestly, the worst thing about playing on Christmas Day is Christmas Eve. Because you have to be gone on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And that's the best part, right? Is being at home on Christmas Eve, getting ready for Christmas. And that's all of us. Like, all of us.
Yeah.
Everybody who has to go on the road, or gets to, I should say, go on the road trips, would have to leave at about noon on Christmas Eve, and you wouldn't get back till, if you're the late game, my God.
Yeah, and I bet if it were the Packers and Vikings, that would probably be the night game.
That sucks. So in 2024, the only day of the week that will not have games is
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Wow.
Every other day at least has one game.
Because the Black Friday bit worked last year.
And also week 1 this year, Friday night, the Eagles are in Brazil, and that game is exclusively on Peacock.
Yeah, that's fine.
Man, Brazil.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I wonder how far away that is. Dude, do you have any idea?
I have no idea.
Make something up.
Yeah.
How far is Brazil?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot less hair involved.
Jeez.
You probably go fast.
Sorry,
That's a Brazilian
that's not what we're
joke.
talking about?
That's a Brazilian joke.
I forgot.
No, I
Sports
get it,
segment. Sports segment.
Well, not really. You've heard this show. Aaron Rodgers will not be running for vice president. RFK picked something called Nicole Shanahan.
Oh.
Really?
The coach's sister? Brazil to Minnesota is 4,973 miles.
How long's the flight?
I think it was like 7 or 8. I think if I remember, Dave Schwartz was talking about that.
And with one stop, it's 14 hours.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a long ways north to south.
Yes, bitch.
9 hours without a stop.
That ain't so bad.
No.
You could drive there if you want.
It's only 4,000 miles.
You can't.
Can't?
No, they will not let you. They cannot build roads between North and South America.
This is America.
Yeah, you don't tell me what to do, Zach.
I mean, go ahead and go down there.
Yeah, all of it's America.
I mean, you can traverse it, but you
can
can't.
Trevor it.
Yeah, you can Trevor it.
You can Trevor.
All right, the dude's here. We'll do What Really Matters in a second. We got to get to Chris's movie review. We want to talk about the dude's podcast and some Mount Rushmores and argue about some random stuff. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
I've been trying for so long to get home.
Firewood Gospel Choir and Misery.
Back home to me. The Fan.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves are on the road to the playoffs, and you could be there for every electrifying moment. Head over to our contest page to find out how you can join their playoff priority access and register for a chance to win a grand prize of tickets to every Timberwolves home game during the 2024 NBA playoffs. KFAN.com, keyword contest to enter.
My friend Ted with Don't Wake Up. Power Trip Morning Show. It's 6:26. Mark Duevel, the dude, in studio. We're talking about his podcast.
We were just talking about this off the air. When Mark, the dude, Duevel, still worked here, we had like a 4-share.
I know. Isn't that something?
We've come a long way,
the
baby.
good old days.
I said that to Hawk when I was talking to him about, booking him to be a guest on my podcast. Was apparently the best thing that happened to the Fan was me leaving.
Yeah, that's what everybody's always said.
It's in all the bosses' offices.
Yeah, right. There's a plaque on the wall.
Thank God he's gone.
For your last day, you leaving in the elevator, there's a plaque.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Did you ever work in this building then?
I did, yeah.
Okay, cool. Must have been real close though, huh?
I think it was that Corey and I were talking about that. I think it was a little over a year that I was in this building because, again, I only put in a couple months at the old Bloomington studios, and then we all moved here as a big group. But yeah, like I was saying to these guys, talk about a full circle moment, man. Like walking back into this building, but for the intention to be a guest on your guys' show, it's a little surreal, but it's exciting, man. Like when I booked hockey, I just thought I'd get lucky enough, have them do one episode on a podcast. The next thing I know, I'm sitting here talking to you guys about it.
Cool, man.
So.
We got stories, man. It's fun.
Pretty trippy.
But right now we got to do.
That's what really matters, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So let's just get a couple things out of the way, and then we can get to all the fun stuff, shall we?
Yes, sir.
I'll do sports. You do something else. Hard Knocks changes. You guys seen these? Do you like these? Hate these? Do you know about these?
I have not seen them.
Yeah.
So, Chris, you watched the in-season one this year, right, with the Dolphins?
Damn right.
So they're making some big changes. From now on, the in-season version of HBO's Hard Knocks will follow an entire division. All 4 teams from one division.
Oh.
The preseason Hard Knocks mostly staying the same. It's still going to be one team. But under the new rules, teams don't have to be on the show if they have a first-year head coach, which they've had that rule for a while.
Yeah.
If they're a part of the in-season show during the upcoming year or the following year, they don't have to be on it. So are they announcing the divisions 2 years out? I mean, based on that rule, it sounds like they're going to say this year it's so-and-so and next year it's so-and-so. And then also, if they've been on Hard Knocks in the last 8 seasons, they don't have to accept. In the past, it had been 10 seasons. Now it's only 8. So if you're a big fan of that show, and if you like football, it's hard not to be. It's a pretty awesome show. Now you're going to get an entire division in season.
You know what that tells me? That the editors and producers had a hard time coming up with enough good stuff for it to be just one team.
Yeah.
Because there were times they were stretching, like they would go in somebody's apartment and watch them feed a baby goat, and you'd be like,
what
the hell is going on?
Yeah.
But how about just by definition, though, if you have all 4 teams in a division, you're getting the entire spectrum. You're getting the leader, the bottom feeder, and the teams that are fighting for spots, right?
That's true.
Even if you don't have drama behind the scenes, from a football perspective, you're getting the entire spectrum of success and failure. So there's just built in all of a sudden you have, we're going to have the division winner. We're going to have the teams that are fighting for a while. You're just going to have drama.
Yeah. It'll be great. I've never watched the in-season one. I've only watched the thanks, PA. I've only watched the preseason one, but I've never seen an episode where they make the cuts.
That's still the best.
I've lost a job too many times. That's too close to home.
But what really matters is this.
The juice is loose.
He still loves that button.
He loves
I love it.
Hanging on to it.
I saw a movie called Late Night with the Devil.
Oh, no.
Play you a little bit of the trailer so you get an idea what's going on.
On Halloween night, 1977, America gathered around for a live TV event that shocked the nation. What happened was real. What you are about to see is the recently discovered master tape of what went to air that night.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah, right.
I saw it last night. It's like 100% on everything. Everybody's loving it. The reason it's so loved is because it's completely original. I've never seen anything like it. It's scary, sure. And the little girl who is one of the main characters, real good. I don't know who the main woman is, but she looks just like Robin Wright Penn, but that's not who it is. And the main guy was the Scarecrow in the Batman movies. He's a face you can't forget.
Wait, that's Cillian Murphy.
No, not Scarecrow then. What's his name?
David
Not
Lee
Scarecrow.
Roth?
Yeah. Brilliant.
He was in those movies. He was one of like Joker's accomplices.
Oh, okay.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
right. Sorry, yeah, he wasn't
He's
Scarecrow.
Joker's thug. is
That's
what
it.
he's-
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, a face you can't forget.
Oh, yeah, I know this guy.
Yeah, that guy right there.
Yeah, he's the guy that laughs right in. He laughs right in. Is it Commissioner Gordon's face or is it one of? I forget who it is.
Yeah.
He laughs in somebody's face in The Dark Knight.
He's in the back of the ambulance. Harvey Dent's that back there.
That's right. Yeah, Harvey Dent.
Yeah,
And
this is
he's got
definitely a
Rachel
face
on
you
his
would
name
remember.
tag. Rachel.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, beautiful.
That's a Muppet, but yeah.
Louis Armstrong.
Brilliant. That's
Anyway, the cast is great. The concept is completely original. There are some scary moments, but I'm going to tell you right now, do yourself a favor. Don't read a thing about the film because what's going on in the film has very little to do with what you know about the film right now. The guy's Johnny Carson, and it's called Late Night with the Devil because he does something special on Halloween because his ratings are lagging. The stuff that's going on around that, though, I did not see coming at all. That's why the movie's getting such great reviews. Not because it's scary as hell. It is kind of scary, but it's a really, really well done movie. It's called Late Night with the Devil. I encourage you to see it, but bring a pair of extra pants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm not
Dang
seeing
it. That sucks. 'Cause
What?
I want to see it, but I don't like scary movies.
It's not that
Yeah,
bad.
I'm not
I'm telling
seeing
you, it's not scary. It's definitely not Hereditary. I still have a problem sleeping because of Hereditary.
I've never seen that.
movie scared piss
What, your
out.
parents have sleep apnea?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it runs in the family.
The NFL trade deadline approved to be pushed back 1 week. So now it's going to be, thanks, PA. So it's going to be the Tuesday after week 9. There were a lot of teams pushing for after week 10, but they compromised and met at week 9. So it used to be after week 8. And I heard Brady Quinn
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
on the show before us. He just thinks this is a precursor to an 18-game regular season. Now, I think you could argue whether they keep it at 17 or 18. It doesn't hurt to push it back a week because you've added a week, right, from 16 to 17. But he's just saying it just makes more sense that historically it was halfway through a 16-game season, so why wouldn't it be halfway through an 18-game season? So they're at week 9, which is fine.
Hey, the dude.
Yeah.
As we do What Really Matters here,
Yeah.
I'm going to play you a soundbite that I've been playing on this show for a very long time. I want to know if you recognize this voice. And I play it a lot. I wonder if Corey still remembers who this is.
Ride or die.
Whoa. One more time, please.
You got it. Hold on. This was loaded in on November 22nd, 2003.
Ride or die.
Dude, I'm drawing a blank. What is that?
He was one of you. He was one of us.
What? He's one of me, one of us.
Yeah.
One of
your crew.
One of my crew.
And he actually did the same job you did here just for a moment.
Ride or die.
Is that Nelly?
It's Joe Burchell.
That's Birch?
Yeah. Do you remember Joe Burchell, Corey?
No.
Ride or die.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I vaguely remember the name, but I don't remember that. Like, I remember we've played that soundbite for
A million times. Right, exactly.
I always thought it was a caller.
No.
Wow.
That was him.
That's Birchill.
Just a random caller.
One of my he had just left the radio station, and one of my very first endorsements that I did was for a motorcycle dealership, and he had gone from here to there and bought advertising and gave me a motorcycle and called me one day and said nothing else, just
ride or die.
And hung up.
That's so funny.
And so I loaded it in.
Oh, Joey, man, he had a screw loose.
Oh.
I love that man.
I love him. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That whole group of you did.
He's still with us?
Oh, sure he does.
But Mark, think about that too. When I first got an internship at Clear Channel, KFAN way back in the day, everybody was just like, "Oh, you're on the air? Here's a car."
Yeah.
And I'm going, man, this is sweet. I got to get a gig here. Everybody's just getting free stuff. Chris just gets random motorcycles from guys. What happened? This is the best. You get a car, and you get a car.
It was Oprah.
It was Oprah.
Unbelievable.
Times have changed a little bit.
I want things from random guys.
Okay, calm down, Zach.
Put your hands down.
You know your mic's on?
We'll talk after, buddy.
You doing an update on your podcast?
Yeah, the dude has that big forearm for a reason.
Yeah, did we show him the forearms yet? Have we taken off our
I haven't seen him yet.
No, you want you want
Yeah, show
you want
me
to display?
You know what? Hold on. Let's wait till the break and we'll film it so people can
There
see
you go.
it.
You got to see the difference.
Because we're big on that kind of thing here at Modern Radio.
Hey, Sauce, last thing here before we take a break and come back and do all the other stuff that's going to be more interesting.
Oh.
Remember yesterday we talked about how the DraftKings odds for J.J. McCarthy to go number 2 went from 25-1 to 5-1.
Yeah.
It's a big move.
They moved again, didn't
They did. As of last night, Jaden Daniels is the favorite to go number 2 at minus 125. Drake May was plus 150. J.J. McCarthy plus 275. So it's weird that it's still a long shot, but it's just getting smaller and smaller and smaller, that there is momentum that he's going to be as high as number 2.
Wow, man.
Yeah, which in a weird way may hurt the Vikings because I would guess that if Jaden Daniels is at the 3rd pick, I don't think you could trade up enough to get the Patriots to move out of that spot. That would be my guess. Because I think everybody has a guy, their number 1 guy, and I think that Jaden Daniels is the Patriots' number 1 guy. And if he's there at 3, I don't know if he.
Why do you think that?
I just think that is the guy that they've identified from some of the reading and other things that I've heard on the internet and Twitter and all that. But that would mean, though, then the Drake May would be at the 4th pick. So, it might be a win-win for the Vikings.
Yeah, that'd be huge, man.
Yeah.
That's who that's
How about this? One of the props on DraftKings, too. The over-under for quarterbacks in the first round, 4.5.
I would take the over.
Right. The over is the big favor right now at minus 230. But if you think it's just going to be the 4, and then Bo Nix and Michael Penix and others fall to round 2, under 4.5 is plus 180.
Yeah, I would take the over, yeah.
More of what really matters after this. The dude is here. Chris will, Zach, your hands up. You guys.
We'll stream that whole thing on Instagram, KFAN 1003. Check us out there.
The forearm reveal?
Yeah, the forearm reveal.
He's got 4 arms, this guy.
20 years in the making. More of the Power Trip after this on the Fan.
Van.
We're live right now, KFAN.com/watch, Instagram, all that jazz. We're about to see the dude's fantastic forearms, in case you want to see just how big one side is compared to the other. And it's not from Yerkin.
Not exclusively.
Not just from that. Okay, cool. Got it. Are we live right now? Does it look like we're live right now?
I don't know. Zach's just hovering behind me on his phone. I never know what he's doing.
You never know what he's doing.
He's real close to you right now.
I think he's zooming in.
Has Mark removed his clothing yet?
No, he's still fully clothed.
Oh, you want? Okay.
Yeah, we need to see that I don't know how we're going to see it.
Got a Willie Nelson sweatshirt.
Of course he does.
Gotta love the Willie.
That's
All right,
I mean,
do this real quick.
There he goes.
Look at this difference here.
So here's the non-pitching arm. Okay. There was the pitching arm.
Jesus.
So there.
I can't see it. Why can't I see it? Where's it at?
There you go. You looking?
Yeah, I'm looking.
You can't see.
I can't tell from here.
Yeah, he's blind
And
anyway.
it used to be way more predominant than that.
Used to be
didn't it?
worse.
Yeah. Look at
Good
you.
for you, man.
Good for you.
Yeah. So what'd you tear? Like your ball sack? Why'd you stop pitching?
Well, it was 1993 was the last time I pitched. I now later in life realized I needed Tommy John surgery.
Oh no, really?
But in 93 on a 16-year-old kid, they're not doing that.
Who'd you pitch for?
Well, as a sophomore, I made the varsity team at Park Center.
Ooh.
But only as a pitcher.
Yeah.
And again, I'm a sad cautionary tale. I never even got to play a game. It was an indoor gym practice because of rain. And I was pitching to my catcher in a gym. And I had been battling elbow problems, and I threw a pitch after I felt I was pretty warmed up. and just shooting pains in both directions.
Ugh.
The arm was just hanging there.
Mark.
That's hot.
Ick.
Your arm was just hanging there?
Yeah. So, I went to the trainer. They iced me down. My parents brought me to a few sports doctors, and they just said, sorry, kid, you have so much scar tissue in your elbow. Your pitching is done. And like immature candy ass, I quit baseball.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
There you go.
There he goes.
Abby was there.
No, and that is a regret. I mean, I always associated baseball with being a pitcher. So when I was told I couldn't do it, and I was no longer on varsity, by the way, because when I had to tell the coach I'm done, he's like, well, sorry, bud, I put you on the roster as a pitcher. I don't have space for you as a position player.
Oh, Rosie, stop laughing.
Don't tear your arm up.
Yeah.
It's not his fault.
Yeah.
Well,
but yeah, here I am.
yeah, look, you could have been successful.
Could have been.
Now I live through my son. So.
Yeah, man.
All right, should we talk Mount Rushmore here in a second, or what? All right, before we do that, though, because it's sponsored, let's get to the old wild news. Brought to you by our friends at Catalyst Supply and CatalystSupplyCo.com.
That's right. Thank you, Catalyst.
Yeah, the Wild are off until tomorrow when they host the Sharks, but bad news last night for the Wild because the Vegas Golden Knights lost in overtime, so they got a point, which brings them up to 86. So the Wild trail the final wild card spot by 9, and they're also 3 points behind the Blues, so they would need a mathematical miracle to catch Vegas, and they can't let the Blues catch Vegas. So that's a mess. The Wild now do have a game in hand on both of them. Remember, like a week ago, the Knights had 2 games in hand? Now it's the opposite. The Wild have 1 game in hand because they haven't played since, Saturday?
Correct.
I think it's since Saturday. 2 of the final 11 games are against Vegas. The Wild do have 11 games to go, 5 at home, 5 on the road, and then they close up against Seattle. There you go.
Well, hopefully the rest has done them well, and they can put a streak together and
they need
shock the world.
They need 9 or 10 or 11 wins out of the final 11.
Probably all 11.
Probably close to all 11. To even have a shot. We'll see.
Our guest, Mark Duevel, and his friend John Hansen have a podcast. What's your Mount Rushmore? And each podcast, they talk about their Mount Rushmore of things. There's a new episode out there where I'm the guest, and we talk about our Mount Rushmore of concerts that we saw. And that was a lot of fun, dude.
It really was, man.
Good discussion. But you guys have also discussed some other things. So I'd like some insight from your perspective on what your Rushmore was on each of these topics, and we'll let the guys discuss.
Ooh.
Something that's very, very close to Corey's heart. What was your Mount Rushmore, your 4 greatest ever game shows?
Ooh, geez.
Do you even remember?
I think I will. I mean, we've only been up and running. I think we have like 8 episodes, so we're still very wet here.
Whoa.
Okay,
well,
sorry.
Thank you for that.
You guys have a towel. But no, so game shows. I know I had an odd one that no one really agreed with which was Love Connection. And that was because I had a man crush on Chuck Woolery.
Yeah.
And I loved his I'll be back in 2 and 2 bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That also was maybe the last time that Chuck Woolery hosted a game show in which he understood the rules.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
If you ever watched him host Lingo on Game Show Network, he almost never understood the game. And it wasn't that hard.
God.
I loved Lingo. That was a great game. But Love Connection was easy. It was just, did you like the date? You did? Would you like to go on another date? Great. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Yeah.
That's not that hard.
It's
Just
really
ask him
not.
how the date went.
Does it belong on the Mount Rushmore, though, Corey?
No.
Of course not. See, that's what I mean.
I love Love Connection, but not top 4.
What were the others, dude?
Price is Right clearly has to be represented. Again, I'm a Gen Xer, so anytime you would be home from school, ginger ale saltines and the Price is Right is kind of what that meant.
You are correct.
Well, you needed some salt.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, because that literally was like our pilot episode where we didn't even know if we were going to put that one out there. So you're putting me on the spot on that one, and
make it up.
Jeopardy,
yeah,
which I'm sure isn't on there. But
sure.
God, I am trying to remember now.
Gotta have the wheel.
Damn it,
the wheel.
Yeah, I didn't have the wheel.
I'd have Family Feud, The Wheel, Price is Right, and Jeopardy. Those would be my 4. Those are pretty generic, but that's my 4. Am I missing anything?
Well,
Zacco, anybody? Saucy?
Trying to think. Man, Deal or No Deal was fun in its height.
Yeah.
But it didn't last.
No.
unfortunately.
You got to have
If it's
40
just
years.
truly on how much you loved it in the moment, when
Yeah,
I was
right.
growing up, I freaking loved Press Your Luck.
Yeah, Press Your Luck was great.
Man, as like an 8-year-old and having the whammies be,
best.
really cheesy cartoons, and Peter Tamarkin before he died in a plane crash was an awesome host. I mean, I don't know if
Press
I
Your
love
Luck
Press
was
Your Luck
great.
now, but I loved it at the
It
time.
was so good, though.
That would be
$10,000 pyramid, I know, was on my list.
Yeah,
Pyramid's
that
up
was
there.
good, yeah.
Dick
That's
Clark.
a great one. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Of course.
Dick Clark?
Of course. Yeah.
What was the one? Hollywood Squares?
that was
fun.
mentioned.
That was fun.
But that's more staged than Vanderpump, right? They all have the questions ahead of time because they all have jokes ready. That drove me nuts. Shadow Stevens for the block.
Truth be told, though, Hawk, the game show episode, as you can probably tell just by my reaction sitting here,
Don't listen to it.
I don't have a ton of passion about that topic. It was like I said, let's just see how this chemistry works. You know, John Hansen approached me with this, and you know John, obviously for decades now, just like you and I. And John called me, I don't know, it was probably a couple months ago, 2-3 months ago tops. And he did. He moved to just outside of Scottsdale about 4 years ago. And him and I met in the mid-'90s in radio. And we've been really good, really tight friends ever since. So we do stay in touch. He calls me out of the blue and he says, I got an idea. Do you want to do a podcast? And my initial reaction was like, hell no. Why?
Yeah, people don't make
About
money off
what?
those. Yeah.
And, speaking of Dick Clark's, I go, every swinging Dick Clark has a podcast now. So what's going to make us so special? Who will want to listen to us two, fools? And he says, I have a really cool premise, though. And I said, okay, what do you got? And he said, what if we do a podcast built on What's Your Mount Rushmore, where you and I just discuss our 4 favorite things of really anything and any topic we can come up with. Good, bad, ugly, stupid, funny, sports, TV, movies. And I'm like, I thought literally for a few seconds and went, I'm in. So what do you need from me?
Yeah. Well,
And he told me, and it was pretty minimal, and here we are. And again, it was hard to not tap into our old contacts, our old friendships,
Sure.
like you, Hawk. And again, I'm very humbled that you jumped on how quickly you were just, yep, I'll do it.
well, and one of your other topics, and I have my top 4 on this, was fast food.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's now we
we're
are getting into money.
Now we're talking.
And this is inarguable. Here are the top, the Mount Rushmore of fast food. Obviously, McDonald's.
Yes,
For me, Wendy's,
that's a match.
Hardee's, and Taco John's. It's inarguable. Those are the 4.
Man,
Wow.
Those are the 4. I mean, I like other things. Any of those available. And I'm going to guess, I mean, I love McDonald's, but it's like that song you've heard a million times. If it's available and that's, I'll grab it. But I'm going Wendy's first almost every time. If there's a Taco John's, and there's not many of them, I'm going there for sure. And if there's a Hardee's, I'm eating more mayonnaise in one sitting than I've eaten in the calendar year. Because there's so much mayonnaise on a Frisco cheeseburger.
Are there many Hardee's around still?
No, that's what I'm saying. Not
There's
very
a
many.
lot. Yeah.
That's
down
why it's on
94
Rushmore.
through Wisconsin and all that. They're everywhere, yeah.
There's not many Abraham Lincolns left either. That's why it's on the Mount Rushmore.
Wow. Look at you.
Wow.
See what I'm saying?
That was deep.
See what I'm saying?
God, you're a thinker.
Well,
You're
yes,
good at this.
I am. Did I miss anything, Zacho?
No, I mean, I would, I'd be a little different. I'd throw Sbarro up there.
Is Sbarro fast food?
I mean, it was fast food. It was in an Arby's.
Are they still
Oh, yeah, I guess it wasn't an Arby's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sbarro. Every time I hear Sbarro, I think of that episode of The Office.
Of course, where Michael says it's like
One of his favorite-
authentic New York pizza.
That's such a good
God, I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're missing the obvious.
Obviously, for you.
Raising Cane's is
Yeah,
definitely
of course.
top 4. But, I mean, McDonald's has to be. It
just has to
it
be.
essentially created the entire industry, and it's still kicking ass. So McDonald's is in the top 4 as well.
Yeah, it'd be McDonald's,
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A deserves a
Taco Bell.
Chick-fil-A's an honorable mention. They're too new for me. Too new for me.
Back in the day, Burger King was A+. Burger King belongs on there.
Plus, if I can't eat it on Sunday, it doesn't belong on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, good point.
What about a sandwich option? Because I had Jimmy John's on my list.
Yeah, mine, Jersey Mike's would be on my list then if it had to be like a sandwich option, yeah.
That's a good call, too.
That place is incredible.
Subway couldn't be further from mine.
And then on the podcast, I did go into a story because Chipotle was my last spot on there. And Chipotle is on that spot because of my time working here at KFAN. It was when the marketing dude for Chipotle, he would show up with these decks of cards.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
This is
And
the
every
old days,
card was a
man.
burrito, and he'd just hand out decks of cards like it was, beads at Mardi Gras.
Yeah, that guy rocks. I know exactly what you're talking about.
God, he was awesome.
Yeah, if that guy's still out there, please come by. I'll show you my jugs for some burritos.
I'll touch him in areas he doesn't want to be touched.
You know,
That sounds aggressive.
That's more than you needed to do, probably.
Yeah,
That is assault.
Yeah.
Is what that is.
All right. I keep forgetting a podcast you can edit. This we cannot.
No,
So
you're right.
sorry.
Sorry. That just happened. That's out in the open.
Do you know I have a Guinness World Record?
You do? What?
Yeah. I have the world record, Guinness World Record. This was verified. Most times going to Chipotle without ever eating it.
It's true.
That's true.
I've been there hundreds of times, never eaten it. But my girls love it, so I go all the time.
Well, I do know that. I remember that about you, so I get it. But you really do? That's for real, though?
Not once I've never had a burrito in my life, so I've never eaten Chipotle. But sure, I'm the the drug mule. I'm the one that runs and gets it and drops it off.
That's awesome.
The Dude's podcast again is called "What's Your Mount Rushmore?" And before we get you out of here, I have to address the elephant in the room.
Oh no!
Oh boy!
Yeah.
No.
It was a bar called Diamond Sports Bar. Does anybody remember Diamond Sports Bar?
In Anoka, right? Isn't that
technically would that be Anoka?
Ramsey, I believe, technically.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot of softball played there.
Yeah, a lot of softball.
Oh yeah, I know where that is. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I'm playing this
That was a
song
good
without
bar,
getting in
man.
trouble because this is part of the story, so I think I'm allowed to play it. I don't know if that's true or not.
Who knows?
But the reason I'm playing is because this was the early days of the Chris Hockey Band, I think it was still called Chris Hockey and the Poker Dogs.
I believe you're right.
We were playing, and it was the very first set of 3 sets, Corey. 3 sets, 3 one-hour sets. In the first set, nobody was wasted yet, so nobody was dancing. That's just how it always was. You got through the first set, second set was a little better. Third set, it was complete destruction. Somebody was fighting, there were boobs. It was great. First set, we start playing this song. And I look, and there's John Hanson, the Dude. Who else was there?
At that trip, probably a couple of my buddies.
Yeah.
Probably O'Connell.
Probably O'Connell, R.I.P.
He would, R.I.P. John, and because
And
I
so-
know we used to go and see you a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, at Diamonds.
And, because, they're foos, I look down, and they're all standing at the front of the stage. Right in the front of the stage.
They're being supportive.
Yeah, they're
Chris.
being supportive.
They're not doing anything nefarious or
No,
shady.
no,
They just
why
want to
would
see
they?
Just
you
standing
up
there.
close and wave to you.
I'm like, okay, good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the support. And I noticed while we're playing this song that Jess Vrasper is laughing so hard he's barely able to stand up, and I don't know why. Darren, the drummer, laughing. Why? What's going on? I have no idea. But we're playing Katrina and the Waves. I got a show to put on.
They're walking on
That's
sunshine.
right. They're
just
walking on
having
sunshine.
fun. What's wrong with laughing? Enjoying their craft.
And then I look down in the very front row, standing against the stage, and there he is, with his hands on his hips, swaying back and forth to the beat of the song, is Mark Duevel, also known as the Dude, sitting in the studio with us now, all these years later, 20 years later, and his testicles are hanging out of his pants.
Oh yeah.
And he's swaying back and forth
Look at him.
to the song, on tempo, to Katrina and the Waves, in front of everybody
Like
and
a
their
metronome.
mother. Like a metronome. And it's something I don't think I'll ever forget. It's one of the greatest, most disturbing things I've ever seen on stage.
So this story is something that we end like. It's a long podcast. It's the longest episode we've done, the one we recorded with Hawk. And at the very end, you do get rewarded by this story because he goes into great detail about
much
it.
bigger detail.
But
yes.
he did break me during the recording of the podcast because of the song we're listening to. He remembers the song.
Oh, how can you forget that?
Well, I forgot the song. I'm sure I had other help of why I forgot.
Right.
But when you pulled the song out of your hat, that you remember that's what was being played, you broke me because I was not expecting that. In fact, I didn't even know if you'd recall the story once I brought it up. But clear, you were eager to get to this story.
I'll say it like this, Mark. And this is the parting shot. I'll say, if you ever lose your testicle sack have the sketch artist come to me because I can describe it vein for vein.
Oh my God! Come on, man.
I will never forget it. I'll never forget it. The dude, you're the best in the world.
Yeah, good to see you, Mark.
Keep us up to date with what's going on What's Your Mount Rushmore podcast.
Yeah, we got a website. It's just What's Your Mount Rushmore. Spell out the words. Don't be lazy. And again, you'll get access to, the hockey episodes start there. It's unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, and Chris really does go into some stories about the shows he's seen they're really great stories. There's a lot of laughs in this episode. And again, I thank you, my friend.
You got it, my friend.
For helping out, man.
Hey, what's on your Mount Rushmore of national monuments?
Ooh. I'd have to go with the Washington Monument.
Okay, that's in there. What else?
Lincoln.
Anything else?
Mount Rushmore.
I'd put Mount Rushmore on.
Probably going to
I guess I felt like that was a trap, so I'll walk in.
Rosie, in about 30 minutes or so, that was the dude. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
The Fan.